Hello, Cancer. This is Sage, and it's time for your reading. So I'm just gonna spread this down here. Yeah. I'm just gonna spread that down there, and let's just see what your reading has to focus on. Alright, let's just see. Oh, on anxiety management. Okay. This is my howlite. So yeah, alright, anxiety management for Cancer. And let's see. So let's see what it is that you, Cancer, need to trust. So that you can, be less anxious, right? Right. Yeah, okay, so let's see. What is it, Cancer, that you can trust? What is the power that you can remind yourself of in order to soothe your anxiety down? Illusion. Everything is an illusion. Things are not as bad as it seems. Also, wait, let me just pull out another one because that did come out upside down. The Nothing. That makes me think of everything and nothing. Everything and nothing. What is everything and nothing all at once? Your imagination, video games. Okay, so let me just lay that there. Let it just be there for now. Let's explore. Let's explore. And let's take it easy, right? This reading is all about soothing you, Cancer. Let's soothe that anxiety down. Alright, let's see. This is my homemade grandma deck. You know, whenever people tend to go round and round in circles in their heads, this is the deck that tends to come up, for a reading. So let's see, Cancer, let's see what Grandma has to say. Okay, and so now let's just get more information, shall we? Let's see. Focus on what? Focus on what? What does Cancer need to focus on? What does Cancer need to focus on? Okay, it slipped, but this is what it was. Well, first of all, just drink water. Actually, on that note, just give me a minute. Let me take a sip. Mm. Certain investments can be everything and nothing. Yeah, but anyway, so focus on this. Focus on water, focus on compassion for yourself, focus on rest, focus on hydration, focus on stillness. Nourish yourself, water yourself. Okay, so all right, all right. So that's interesting. So be fair and kind. You know what? Let me take one stone for fairness. Here we go. Fairness. Ooh. Ooh, this is something. Wait. Okay. So I don't know what stone that is, but it's giving me honey vibes, you know? And we have power. Sweet as honey, kill them with kindness. Okay. So that's fair. Okay. So then let's see what's kind then. The bloodstone? Is that? Yeah, it is the bloodstone, and this is Teresa's. Um, the rune for thorn, or like just sharp energy. Man, this is interesting. So, Granny kind of says that, sometimes you need to be sweet and kind to be fair, and sometimes, um, a harsh word is more kind than fake sweetness, you know. So that's interesting that that came up. And so we have um, focus on hydration, stillness, water, and let's see something else to narrow it down, and just for like symmetry. Oh, so we have ocean jasper, so beautiful and peaceful, and we have Wunjo, the rune for happiness. Yes, simple joys. Okay, so you know what? Um, right now, it is literally just telling you to focus on water bodies, ocean, like just put it on the screen or something. Look at this, look at the little ripply lights happening, you know. Meditate on water, meditate on the ripples, meditate on flowing. You need to actually have a meditation practice if you're going to handle your anxiety. You know, let's get real here. So, anxiety, it happens because whatever you're seeing in reality is what you believe to be true and unchangeably true, and that causes anxiety. And also, you feel like you have no control over reality, but you have control on what you focus on. You can create an illusion in your head, or you can find one to focus on. You can give your energy to noticing the water flows, and that is going to calm you. So yeah, so basically it's um, saying here, Cancer, we gotta get real, right? We gotta get real here. And if you're anxious and you need to do some anxiety management, it's good to also like stay with your anxiety at some times, at some points, stay with it. um, be there for yourself when you're going through like a panic attack. Really, like, hug it out or hug the floor, like whatever you need to do. But if you develop a practice, then you're devoting energy to focusing not on, all of the things in your reality that you think you can't change, that you think is getting out of control, but to focus on something that will calm you, that will bring some stillness in you, bring some clarity, you know. And then this is nothing. This is nothing. Yeah, this is it's obviously nothing. Um, this, I think, is talking about um, having that peace of mind about what you need to do. Some decisions that you need to make. And sometimes being fair and being kind doesn't seem as straightforward as, like a naive person might think. Sometimes you really, like for example, sometimes you need to reject the person, and even though it's like a harsh thing to do, if it's better than leading that person on, right? So yeah, this is like literally talking about, being a little cruel to be kind, being a little harsh to be kind, being a little sweet to be fair. When you're being fair, when you're treating people right, reserve that sweetness there. So, okay, so this is interesting. Um, but the deck that also came up for you guys was the Transient Light Tarot. So let's see what this one has to say. So let's just have a look at the reality you have in front of you right now. So we have the Four of Swords upside down. So yeah, you're not at peace. You feel the pressure of the stress. It's just building in you, Cancer. And let's see what else. Okay, looks like it has to do with your home, or it has to do with an investment or a business, or just like financial stability, right? So maybe there's some risk happening. There's some risk involved, and you can't rest easy because of all of this happening, right? um, maybe your property is on mortgage, or maybe there is an investment that you need to do, or maybe, like something to do with home, land, money, right? Something involving a bit of risk, and you can't rest easy because of that risk. And let's see if things are going to be fine anyway. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it'll be good. You'll get a return on your investment. Things are fine. There's just like a bit of a weight, and your anxiety can't take it. So let's see what this practice will really do for you other than lowering your anxiety, right? And then we have Crown of Swords, which usually signifies clarity, but it did come up upside down. So let's see what else is coming up here. Five of Messes. So basically, Cancer, you're gonna be fine. You're actually gonna be fine. You don't need to worry all this much, you know. And really, this practice, if you do this, visualize stuff. I think that's what this is about. It's about visualization. It's a power that you have, and you do have the power to just free yourself of worrying thoughts. Be completely calm in your head. And look how there's a gem over here, there's a gem over here. The gem over here is more fiery, the gem over here is more watery, and this one is all about like creation, right? You are creating a vision in your mind to focus on, rather than pulling up this worry unnecessarily. You are creating vision to focus on, and that will really help you focus on your wins rather than your losses. Because this is how life is. You're gonna have some wins, you're gonna have some losses. This time you'll be fine, but life is full of wins and losses. You can't be afraid of every loss. So really, this practice will really help you focus on your wins, and just do more. Go ahead in life more. Take more risks, because why not? It's okay if you lose some here and there. On the whole, you're winning. You're winning. You're winning all sorts of things. But nothing. How things are now. So we have 7 of Coins, which upside down, it just feels like a pressure to get a job, get a new job, or like a pressure to do more, but you don't know how, or you feel trapped, or like there's this feeling of, oh, I can only go to the next level if I take certain steps, But the Eight of Swords over here is sort of talking about like, those, you don't have to think in those terms. So let's see let's just see what being fair and being kind is all about over here, and like how that applies. So, alright, so Seven of Coins upside down. Not quite ready for like a new job, new promotion, new responsibility, or any such thing. And not feeling up to it, when in fact that's not true. You are capable of so much more, Cancer. Like, you are the butterfly. You don't have to go step by step. You don't have to prepare yourself endlessly. You can just go wherever you want. You can just start whatever you want to do. Like, do whatever you want to do. The Crown of Coins here is really talking about gaining a lot of experience. You know, you have a lot of experience. And yeah, like if you try something new, if you're going up to like a leadership position, or like getting a promotion to a different set of responsibilities and things like that, you're gonna feel like a beginner in some ways again. And that's a good thing, you know. That beginner mindset is going to free you up, actually. We have like both the eights over here, you know. One is very restrictive, and the other is very freeing. And this one is, you know, all to do with the mental realm, the thoughts, and this one has to do with fire, just passion. So yeah, Cancer, like, trust that you have enough experience, you've collected enough experience, so much so that you can do something completely new. You can afford to be like a fool starting up from beginning, you know. Like, think about it this way. Think about it this way. Um, when a person grows old and is at the end of their life, right? When they die, the next adventure is all about like being reborn again, right? Like as a little babe. And when you, like, there's a reason why um, we normally don't remember our past lives. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why you don't remember your past lives. You know, when when you're born a baby, you're born a baby. You know, you don't uh, have the memories of your past life as a uh, Mughal emperor while you're like suckling at your mom's boob, right? What am I trying to say here? Okay, Cancer, it seems like you're starting something new. All right. Um, you have enough experience. You can afford to begin again, you know, be a bit of a fool. Why not? It's not a big loss if you appear a little stupid, if you have to learn a thing from scratch and start like a newbie. feeling like a newbie is not a bad thing. The best thing about um, having this full mindset, having this, you know, um, yeah, just this wide open mind, free of judgments, easily awed, is that, you're not limited anymore. The same restrictions don't really hold you down. you know and being a kid again, being a fool again, really frees you up to do whatever you want. Make mistakes. You get to make mistakes now, and no one's going to be like, oh, how old are you? Because you're new at this thing. You can get to make mistakes. If you sit there with all of your knowledge and all of your experience, but you don't want to take a step beyond that, you know, um, things are gonna get stale pretty fast for you. It's not very interesting to never make mistakes, you know, and yeah. So from what I see here, it does look like um, you have a thing that you're invested in that you would like to not um, think too much on. It's good to focus on water and calm down. And about the other worries that you have in your head, um, as far as decisions are concerned, um, be sweet when you're being fair, you know, and sometimes the kind thing to do is the harsh thing to do, you know. It's like, if there's a tooth that needs to be pulled, just pull it out. Don't wait for it to rot in your mouth, you know. That's the kind thing to do. Don't be afraid of causing pain. That's all there is over here. And when you're being fair, you can be sweet about it. You can be kind, like, nice then. So yeah, I think this part is just like a reminder for you, um, as far as like certain tough decisions go. You would know. Take it as it resonates, please. And this one is to do with the other worries you have going on about starting something new or taking this to the next level, maybe. Worried about looking like a fool. But it's okay, you have enough experience to rely on. Even though this is a completely new um, area, it is a completely new playground. You will get to do so many different things. You will get to really explore. You will get to shake off the rigidity that comes with experience, you know, and you'll get to embrace some flexibility that comes with exploring all kinds of new things, or like doing the same thing in a new way. So yeah, I hope that clears your anxiety, Cancer. Um, do keep in mind this practice. It'll really help you. It's good to just have a practice to focus on something positive, um, to focus on just like, moving, flowing through, soothing waters, and yeah, you're good, Cancer. You're good. See you next time.